Morning everybody, I hope you're all well. Right, video, I'm going to put a bit of something together from NEC. I was there Friday and probably bring a point up that no doubt some of you will be thinking about it, but it was alright. It were, there were some nice cars there, some lovely cars there. I mean, I think not very often you see if there were a Daytona, a Ferrari there were Miura there and all, like, I don't know if you were high-end stuff or like, I suppose they're there most years, but I don't always do classic car show. I tend to prefer to do restoration show, but I had noticed a bit of a difference that obviously cars are shifting, as I've always said this, which they obviously always will. But also there were like some new Toyota Land Cruisers and there were like motorhome things, and it just seemed a little bit different. Some at suppliers, there were like, you know, aluminium radiator lads there, silicon hoses. Because obviously, I mean, first show I ever went to, I mean, were early 80s. So, obviously things, and I remember like, I remember looking at it, I think it was a DBS convertible, and it'd obviously been a 70s car, but so it probably wasn't that old really then, you know, but it's probably no different than what I've seen today. It's just that I'm at a different age level, but I did see it was a bit different, but one thing that really did, I mean, I'm going to chuck you some photos. I'm going to make this video and chuck you some photos. I took some pictures, but you know what I'm like. I'm a bit like traditional, and I love me some of my older stuff, but there were some pretty things. But you'll see on photos, you can see Arctic. Well, you know Arctic, I don't have to tell you. You'll see. But what I did notice is there were loads of people coming through. There were loads of like, what is it? Feet walking about. Well, loads of the attendance were really good. That were Friday, so no doubt it might even be busier today, or probably were busy yesterday. I don't know, but it were all older end, and I've gone on about this loads. And like actually on the stalls, I mean, I had a look on Wolseley stall, and there were the people were like old, and they were celebrating 50 years. You know, I mean, I think I'm a member at Wolseley registered. I'm sure I am. So I've got a little on it over there, but. Daughters have it, and but the people were old now. They were getting very old, and I was looking at Scar, looking at an A55. You'll see a picture. It's like a beige colour and like a beige cream, and it's got a turquoise roof. I mean, the paint job was phenomenal, and I just think to myself, I just thought, I wonder if guy's still alive who painted it, because it was just so traditional. It was incredible. Well, you'll see the pictures. It'll be among the pictures I put on, But what comes to light with me, and I don't know, it's been stuck in my head since Friday, because is what's going to happen to these cars? I mean, what is going to happen? And people say, well, they're going to a museum. Well, we're at museums. You know, where are they? Because if there's like a museum-sized building now, it ends up housing. You know, so, and I just thought, I think, well, not so much sad thing, but I just thought, we'll take them on. We'll put love and devotion into them that they've had all these years, you know. I mean, and like, you know, older end of trot off to a show with missus, a bit of a picnic and stuff like that, and sit there for day and enjoy it. And as I've said before, some shows now tend to burn out by 1 o'clock. Everybody wants to take off, you know, that's it. So, I mean, this is just like an introduction to photos and that. So, but it'd be interesting to have a few comments off you, because something's got to happen to these older end cars. And I just think to yourself, what do you think is going to happen to them? Where are they going to go? Because some of them will be absolutely lovely. And I mean, at the show as well, I mean, another thing I've noticed, a lot of you like Ford stuff. And one of them probably weren't just Ford. Everything seemed to be like twin-cammed. They were like a twin-cam engine on a stall, rebuilt 10 grand. And it didn't look that over-clean to me. I thought you could have put a little bit more effort into cleaning it up. You know, well, I degreased, but it wasn't like, I would have said vapour blasted or proper brought up nice, you know, but it was 10 grand, and then obviously they attached them to the 5-speed box, and I thought, well, you know, there were some Cortina, Mac 2 Cortinas, and they were modified cars, and that's why Call for Evidence has been, you know, but this is just my bit of a tech and introduction. I'm going to show some pictures of cars, so see what you think anyway, and pass me a comment on these older end cars, and they were original cars. That's what I'm saying. There's some lovely Alvises, you'll see pictures. But I'd really like your input on it. So keep watching. Have a look through pictures. Cheers. Right, so you've had a look through pictures, everybody. So give a comment, and I mean, you'll see we were on. Well, you've seen more upper on. We're alive with classic stuff. I mean, I do like some modern cars. Don't get me wrong, I do like some modern cars, but just give me a comment. I'd really like to open a debate about these old cars. What is going to happen to them? And I know I'm in older end, and a lot of my subscribers are in older end. You know, when I look at me like percentages and stuff like that, you're very high up there. But something's got to happen to them, and they've got to end up somewhere. So I'd be interested in what your input is. You know, but I mean, give a like if you like this video, or subscribe to my channel if you want to see. I tend to be a bit more on traditional end, and pass a comment because. Well, I know I'm a bit of a dinosaur, and no doubt people who watch me are a bit of a dinosaur, but I mean, I'm 60, 61, but I'm probably one of the younger ones, to be honest, into more traditional stuff. I mean, Zephyrs and Zodis and stuff like that, which, I mean, are coming up for the 60th anniversary, so, but, like I said, pass a comment, and I've probably said it a few times, because I'm starting to wonder, because some of these old cars are pretty smart. And I mean, I'm talking 50s cars, but there were even earlier cars there, 40s, 30s. So they've got to go somewhere, and something's got to happen to them. So really appreciate you watching all the time, and I really appreciate everybody who subscribes to my channel, because it does really help, you know. I mean, I don't think it's like I'm making a load of money out of doing these videos, because I'm not. It's the pure passion and love I have for these old cars that keeps me doing it. Plus, I'm down here, so it doesn't hurt to share it with you if you want to come for a ride. So take care, everybody, anyway. And thank you for watching. Cheers.